Welcome back to the Aether Keep. My name is Levin Jonas, one of everyone's top 5 favorite Jonas brothers, and it's defense time again. But before we get into it, I would just like to say I'm so sorry there was no second upload last week. I simply didn't have the time or content to put it together. I tried to slap together something a little bit different and new, and it just didn't quite turn into a video that would be good, so there was nothing instead, and we will be back to the regular schedule, I promise. I'm still doing my best, we're trying hard here, and we're starting today with the defense recap. It's defense time again! We're going to start from the top, but we're going to do things just a tiny little bit differently today. We're going to go a little bit out of order. It's going to be very fun, you're going to have a great time, but first we have to see the Aether-apocalypse that we narrowly avoided through Hero Rises is still sort of happening all over the Askren realm. So, here it is. That's kind of dirty. I mean, that's like so aggressively consistent, wow. Some good units here to be sure. What do they do with them? What do they do with them? They gamble the trap. Huge that it takes her 2 hits. If they waited till turn 2, that actually wouldn't work, because he would have follow-up denial. Just some food for thought, just interesting to think about. And she takes right out my 2 key units that really make the team sing. And that's pretty good place to be. Can't complain a lot about that. And so I'm very curious about what happened here, because I am wondering if... was she not able to take down these 2? I feel like Storm would go down because DR is really the only thing helping him. But Freyr might be tricky, so I am choosing to believe that bonus Freyr made that difficult, and they were forced to go for this play, which you're gonna tell what's going to happen because I'm making this so dramatic, but I just like to see it because something very interesting and satisfying happens to me here. So we hit once and then twice, which means that her special is charged up. And since we didn't get the times pulse down, we actually burn the armored beacon DR, so that this Glacies can hit for full damage. Full damage. We're still only getting half DR, but 60 is good enough for me. And when you're specialized for ranged, well, gotta like that. And of course, Mira can dance from that distance because she doesn't warping, she just has double Tempest. And I love to see that, and they make another, they continue attempting here, but we've had a strong enough showing, and it's simply not meant to be successful. Because, I mean, Marth, good unit. But is Marth a good enough unit? Less clear. I think bonus Freyr is just creating problems here. I'm not sure if this was a POTS thing or a couldn't deal with Freyr thing, but we take the dub. That's a very close call for the first match of the week, but we take the dub to the bank. Now, let's see a couple more traditional W's for the team before we get into some of the spicier things again. But it's nice to start off with a banger. That was great to wake up to on Tuesday morning or whenever I play this game. What do we have here? Another player phase team with very optimized around Edelgard with this duo Harmo dance. We got this unit who is, of course, +3. Not +10. Why would she be? Mine's not either. Mine would be +2. I think I pulled 4 total, so I'm actually right there with you. But the investment is impressive. It looks like it'll be +10. You know what I mean? Okay, so... and this is the classic case of not considering the range increase. People really love to put specifically Ratatoskr in specifically that spot, and the specials are charged and they're going off, and there's not really much you can do about it. As soon as he gets physical no follow-up, that actually KOs, which will be pretty cool. And that's that. So sorry, Seth. Maybe try again in Fire Emblem Sacred Stones. I hear you're very good there. So one more. The other classic blunder would be the belief that the boogeyman isn't real in anime season, which is usually a pretty safe assumption, but this boogeyman, boogie woman, boogie bat, is indeed here, and you can do whatever you want. It's gonna be a little bit of a problem for this team when you see that. Cue the good stuff. Sheboygan. It just works. It just simply works. But I am starting to consider making some changes to this team. And one of these that we're going to see, this is sort of one of the reasons why I want to start considering making some changes to this team. Because one thing I'm realizing is how much value is Magical No Follow-Up actually giving here? Because this unit also has Special Spiral 4, and now that Flare is 1 cooldown, perhaps just having permanent Flare is kind of good? There's something to that, I think. I would also like... Well, so look at this team. This is a cool team, right? We've got Buff Machine and Infantry Pulse support to power a Marth who has a lot of good stuff. This isn't quite the perfect Omega Marth, but it is very interesting, very close, and in some ways better because of like the DR that this thing can just live hits. And just really all the support in the world for that guy. So how does it go? Because if you're betting, I would look at this and think, my team has a hard time dealing with that. We have really the one counter, and if the Physical No Follow-Up was here, this would be better, but it's not, so it's more of a stalemate situation. I think they both kind of tickle each other. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. We're going to see it right now. Okay, so I love that. But it's another case of, like, how much did Magical No Follow-Up do there, right? Spiral 4 would have been better in every way, I think. Yeah, because he has full No Follow-Up, so it just... I don't have the speed to do it. Bonus Frere, always a problem. Amazing that Embla can actually live that hit. It's unsurprising that Soren can't. But here we once again have stonks on Flare. You gotta love that. But the craziest part happens, I believe, right here, where Marth actually can't do anything. Which is another case where he's, even with a double, like, the bulk is just enough on this thing. So I'm kind of leaning towards Special Spiral. Comment down below if you like Special Spiral. I think I kind of do. Because, this team did take some losses. And I want to make changes to it to maybe try and avoid taking some losses. Because I like it when this team is perfect. I think that there's something really cool about the basic idea behind this team. And by the time next Anima season rolls around, I think we will have some more toys to play with. Like, Mira will probably have Guidance, Wings of Mercy 4, and some other fun toys by then. I like that. I think that is fun. So Spiral here, and as you can see... Oh, this guy's here too? As you can see, this unit appears to be a focal point. And, this unit makes me wonder if I don't need some more Hardy Bearing or Sweep or something on this team. Because, sometimes it just happens to you like that. Jeez, he has a lot going on. How many is that? Let's see. Oh, it's only like 7. And a couple of them are bad. This unit is also, like, very well teched for this exact situation, and I hate it, personally. Wow, Embla lives that? She outspeed him? I hate that. Oh, the panic. Yeah, the panic, I think, is a big problem here. So, Dimitri Vantage really goes nuts. And Yuri's just along for the ride, but it does feel like I'm being mocked personally, so I don't love it. It's not my favorite. But if there was one thing to take solace in, it's that we at least defended the one pot. So I made your life harder, and you made my life lower scoring, and maybe that's fair. I don't know. They don't know either, as you can tell. What else beats this team? We're just gonna watch this, and believe me when I say that I'm interested in trying to counter the other clear. I'm not sure if anything counters this one. I mean, something does, of course, but just, first of all, huge that Chrom lives that. We love that Chrom lives that. He's doing his job. But, this is the Infuriating, and she can kind of just do it. Oh, the Gamboli? Wait, they only got this on a gamble? Now I'm mad. That's actually infuriating to me. They get a pot and the double end turn duo skill? Personally, I'm furious. This unit is rapidly climbing my most hated. And I have a strong feeling that the offense video this week is going to be largely or entirely dedicated to beating him when he's on the enemy defense team, because I just don't like this guy. His smug aura mocks me. And again, as always, it's mechanical. I actually like Leon and Erica pretty well in proper Fire Emblem 8. But that just doesn't sit right with me. I don't love it. Okay, so thankfully, I saved a quick palate cleanse to get that taste out of our mouths, I guess. And it's another player phase team. But you might have noticed it was a success. Also, before we do this, I just want to point out, got AR Classic pretty aggressively this week, and that is also infuriating. Okay, so now that we have all the bad vibes out there, let's get back to the good ones. What do we have? It's player phase unit, and this thing, and player phase stuff. That was not a trap gamble because her HP is high enough, so she's getting in, taking out the 2 key units. Gotta find a way to make Asker a little bit tankier. It's so tough that, like, Asker and Soren are such a great combo, but they don't go active before turn 1 starts, and that is infuriating. Bothersome, even. So they get a free turn 1, all the fire in the world to lock down some of my options. I don't have the range to do anything anyway. Going back in.
Love and gratitude.
The duo skill comes out. Things get a little bit weird. But Tempest saves the day, as does Embla. Your end turn shenanigans mean nothing to me because definitely completely intentional team design accounts for that. It is absolutely not a coincidence, and I would never have forgotten that Embla has status clear. It was intentional. Pure skill. Alright, one more to play us out. You know, it's gotta be the last one. Gotta go with first and last, because what else is the point? And, whew, hard fought, but very satisfying. Okay, that's my week. The Igrin line saga will continue in 2 weeks, or however the game works. Chaos is next week, I think. I don't have anything ready for that. I gotta work on that tonight. Hopefully come up with something cool. You'll see because you're subscribed to the channel. And when I post that video next week, you'll be there. So thank you so much. Comment more ideas if you have any, or what you think of the special spiral strat, and maybe a sweep unit that I could get in there. Maybe it's worth trying to run a savior or something. I truly don't know. I'm very open to suggestions, so thanks again. Until then.